Isaiah chapter 11, we'll look at verses 1 through 16. Then a shoot will spring from the stem of Jesse, and a branch from his roots will bear fruit. I want to stop for just a moment. This is one of at least 5 or 6 passages in the Old Testament prophets that describes Messiah by the term branch. There's a couple of words that can be translated branch, just like we talk about twig, branch, etc. There's a couple of different words. The 2 main words for branch are tzamach and netzer. Can both be translated branch, sprout, twig. And Messiah is called the branch by Isaiah, by Jeremiah, by Zechariah, and also Ezekiel. I think just once in Ezekiel. But in any case, anytime you see that expression, a righteous branch, know that it's talking about Messiah. Okay? Very important. Also, and this is another aside, but this is a really important aside. In Matthew chapter 2, it talks about Joseph and Mary taking Yeshua and fleeing to Egypt, right? Because Herod was going to slaughter all these babies, trying to prevent the birth of the Messiah. And so they went to Egypt, right? And then it says, eventually it talks about how they came back. And initially they came back, but Archelaus was reigning in Judea, and Archelaus was really, really wicked. And being warned by God in a dream, they went and they settled in Nazareth, right? They went to the Galilee. They settled in Nazareth. That's, by the way, why he's called Jesus of Nazareth. He was born in Bethlehem, but he's called Jesus of Nazareth because his first few years at least were there. And Matthew in chapter 2 says that it would be fulfilled what the prophets had said, he will be called a Nazarene. I'm going to tell you that I was still a fairly new believer. And a rabbi said to me, "Your boy Matthew made that up. There is no prophecy anywhere in the Jewish scriptures that says that the Messiah will be called Nazarene. I challenge you," he said, "to look for it." So I started looking, and I wasn't finding it. I'm using my exhaustive concordance. I'm searching. Then, a little while later, I decided to do a little more careful study. Instead of just looking in exhaustive concordances for Nazarene, I thought, why don't I do a word study? What's the root of Natseret? It's netzer. Netzer means branch or sprout. Like a shoot will spring up from this sprout. So what Matthew was doing was saying, even the place he went to live, right, Natseret, shows that he's the netzer. He's the branch. And then I looked even more carefully, and Matthew did not say, "Thus it was fulfilled what the prophet had written." He said, "Thus it was fulfilled what the prophets," plural, had written. And lo and behold, several of the prophets described Messiah as the branch. So, I want you to hear that, and I want you to know, because there's going to be times in your spiritual walk where something in Scripture you can't seem to reconcile it, or somebody challenges you and says, "Look, there's a contradiction." I'm telling you that everything resolves when you just do a little more homework. So.